Hey VC, Jack here. Welcome back to Vinyl Martini. Contest entry time. But before I do that, I just want to do a little preamble here. You'll notice that I have a new light on the back of my, in the back of where I'm doing this show tonight. I was out for dinner with some friends, Warden Wendy and Mike and Kim. They're old camping buddies and beyond. We've known each other for a long time. And as dessert was being served, Mike gave me this box, an Amazon box. I ripped open a little present for me, which was totally it was a total surprise to me because there's no reason to give me a present. It's not my birthday, it's not Christmas, etc., etc. Anyways, I opened it up, and Mike has been watching my videos. He's a photographer, and while he does edits his photos, etc., he has started watching my videos from the very first video that that I made, which is very, very poor quality, all the way up to I don't know where he is now, but I've done almost a couple of hundred videos. So uh, that is incredible. Like that's like that is totally unnecessary, but he's really enjoying them. Anyways, they got me this light, and now I officially have a studio. This is the Vinyl Martini Studio, as inscribed on this light. Vinyl Martini Studio 2022, the year I started my channel. Guys, I was just totally humbled by this gift. I was almost moved to tears, honestly. So thank you so much for that. Totally unnecessary, but I just love you guys for that. So anyways, let me just get to the contest. This is for Emma, 8 Vinyl Low, and I have had the privilege of meeting Emma. She was in Buffalo last summer. Delightful person. Everything that what you see on her videos is what you get in person. Yeah, she got 5 questions here, and they're all Cheap Trick related. Of course, we know that Emma is the Cheap Tricks ambassador to the world. She's forgotten more than most people know about Cheap Trick. So, anyways, let's just get to the questions. The first question is, I want you to want me, an underrated record. Well, I think this is a really underrated record. This is Graham Parker's first album, Howlin' Wind. Fantastic record. Fantastic artist that's just doesn't get the recognition that he's due. He's a great, great soul singer from Britain. Fantastic band. He's the Rumor. He's playing with his band, the Rumor, his first band, and Brinsley Schwartz on guitar, Bob Andrews on keyboards, Martin Belmont on guitar, and Stephen Goulding on drums, Andrew Bodner on Fender bass. Fantastic record, his debut record. This was a little bit of a blind buy for me back in the day. This is the original. I think this is a British import that I bought, and I just pulled it out because it looked interesting, and not a bad track on this record. So great, great record. Next question. In Color. Obviously, that's Cheap Trick's second album. A visually striking album. Well, many, many visually striking albums, but I pulled out Lou Reed, his double live record from I'm going to say 1978 or something like that. But it's a double live record, and great, great cover. New York Streetscape, fantastic. Art direction by Don Davenport, cover and illustration by Brent Baylor, so let's give him some credit there. There's Lou in all his glory there. We'll take a little walk on the wild side with that record. Great record, by the way. He's a little verbal, of course. He likes to taking shots at all the journalists in the audience, etc., etc. Okay, third question. Surrender, an album that grew on you over time. Well, this is a record that I bought probably about 2 months ago, and it's Wilco's Cruel Country. Gave it a listen when I first got it. I wouldn't say I was underwhelmed. I thought it was a good record, but I've been playing it for the last 3 to 4 days, at least once a day. It's a double-sided record, and it is a country album, but this is really, really growing on me. Fantastic record. Highly recommended if you're a Wilco fan. Nobody ever talks about this record on the VC, but so happy to have gotten this. This is an unusual purchase for me because it's a sealed record, and Glenn Kellaway is on this Wilco run. He's just, not that he's just discovered Wilco, but he's all about Wilco nowadays. And thanks for that, Glenn. This is a great record. Question number 4, Budokan Energy, a high energy album. Well, can it get more high energy than the Ramones' first album? Like 2-minute songs just blasting away there, like Blitzkrieg Bop, Beat on the Brat, Judy's a Punk, Chainsaw, I Want to Sniff Some Glue. I saw them on this tour. This is a pretty famous record. It was, I think it was produced for like $50,000. Wasn't a huge seller at the time. And then their reputation grew, and the Ramones, first punk band, I don't know, maybe MC5, I know Iggy Pop, but definitely this is full-blown punk. So the Ramones' first album from 1970, I should know this, I'm going to say 1976, I believe. The Ramones, self-titled. Next up, She's Tight, a no-skip album. When you're in the mood for some Southern rock, this is a double live record. I don't need to talk about this very much, do I? But when you're in the mood for this type of music, jam band music, Southern rock, nothing beats this. I just, about a couple of weeks ago, I listened to their first 2 studio records that all these songs are from. Those 2 studio records are fantastic, but this is just, this blows it away. And yeah, made the Allman Brothers name. So fantastic record. Yeah, double record, live. It's great. I don't play it all the time, but play it maybe about once a year, and I play it like from side 1 to side 4 all the way through. And it's a banger. Not a tune that you want to miss on there. All right. Hopefully that Emma is going to be back in Buffalo. I found out recently that Emma is a martini lover. I think she met with Mazzy on my coast here. She had a martini with him, and Emma, I got a cold one here for you. So Emma, great channel. Keep on doing what you're doing, and enter me up in the, oh, one bonus question. I forgot. What the heck? Had too many sips of the martini, I guess. Bonus question is, share a Cheap Trick memory. Well, when Surrender was released, I had that copy and I used to play it all the time. I think it was released in 78 or something like that. And it's a really pure power pop record, just great songs start to finish. And then I didn't buy any Cheap Trick records because I think the next record was the Budokan record. And then all of a sudden, everybody was a Cheap Trick fan. And I'm the kind of guy that when everybody gets on the bandwagon, I get off the bandwagon. But since watching Emma's show and her total selling job of Cheap Trick, I have bought a lot of Cheap Trick records. And they're easy to find. They're fairly cheap, like you can get them for $5 to $10, and they're always pretty good records. But the only record I don't have is their first record, and it used to be all over the place before I got back into Cheap Trick. And now that I got back into Cheap Trick, I can't find them anywhere. Anyways, we were in Buffalo last summer. We were in a record store called Black Dots Records. I happened to mention to Emma that I was just missing their first release. And there happened to be 2 copies. She found me 2 copies in the record store, but they were not OGs. And I wanted to find a copy on the kind of the orange, what label are they on? Anyways, I'm flopping around here, and it wasn't an OG. And so the records were $10. They were in perfect shape. And I didn't buy them. So Emma, I was wrong to do that. I had FOMO after that. So hopefully I am going to go back to Black Dots Records next in July, because I'm making the trip. I'm going to go back to Mike's party. And hopefully I find another copy of Black Dot's record, because we're going to be going there. And I'm sure I will find a copy. So Emma, that is my Cheap Trick story. You were right. I should have bought a copy. And there you go. Anyways, hope this suffices for your entry, Emma. Hope that you're back in Buffalo next summer. I'm heading over 10 minutes here. I didn't want to do it this long, but anyways, more contests to come, more contest entries to come, and I will see you guys in the next video. So cheers, guys.